Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Can you hear me now? Okay, I thought I'd make a quick little video guide here for you so you're not going into Audacity completely without any knowledge at all, having to learn everything. So I keep mine down here, if you can see my screen, hopefully, down here on my task fucking bar. Open it up. Click on File. Click on Open. The only particular MP3 file I've been working on is the Kopsef province that I took and made the MP3 from already. So I'll manipulate it now. So you click on it. Click Open. Takes a little bit to load. And I keep it small like this, so I got my full desktop. These are the ones I've already done, but I'm going to do some more just for whatever. Okay, you got this slider on the bottom, moves it back and forth so you can see what you're looking at. Up here is a plus and a minus inside of a magnifying glass that zooms in and zooms out. You can see this here got smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, like I said, it's not showing crap for, noises and the peaks and valleys and all that shit. So I'll take it back down till I can see all of it again. Okay, so we got 1 hour. There's the whole 1 hour deal inside of the, can see the whole thing. So now, it's, you can see it gets a little bigger right there, the little peaks and valleys. That's the noise, audio waves. So those aren't loud enough to hear anything. Such as, we click on Start. Nothing happens. What you have to do is you take Select All. See how it got blue? That will select the whole file. Now you can play it. So I'll click on that to play. And you see this little tiny bit of, this is what the music's coming out right now, or the noises that's coming out right now. So I can just barely hear it. So I'll hit stop, and that runs your cursor, call it the cursor, back to the beginning. So I've got selected all. I will go to Effect. See this? Click on Effect. And look down here. Where is it supposed to be? Amplify. Okay, volume and compression. So I want to go amplify. And then how much? Well, it picks out a number right here that it's already looked at it a little bit, and it will pick you out a number that's going to give you peaks that are not beyond the deal. Watch how this happens here. Takes a little bit to work. Now, see how they jumped up and they got almost all the way and fill in the whole deal. So now we'll take and play that again. See how this is much bigger now? See how it just barely goes yellow and red here? So like that's about perfect. So I'll stop it again, go back to the back. Now, what was going to be easier for me is to pick about 10-minute shots. To each one of these is about 10 minutes long. These little clips I saved. So I will zoom in some. Now, see these where it goes down to almost nothing in these spots here? That means it's, it's like dead air space in between the songs. So I'll play from there. And this is the wind noise. And if you're by the ocean, you hear the ocean and stuff. Now, within these sound bites, there's this particular Kopsip province. There's a lot of dogs running around and stuff, so you hear them making noises and shit. So I will stop it. Okay. And I'll come over here. It looks like I zoomed out way too much. So 1 hour. So I want to come back here about 50 minutes. Zoom in. No. Zoom out. Excuse me. Okay. Got that. So around 50 minutes, a full 10 minutes right there. You see where my cursor's at the 50? Can you see it here? It's kind of in the middle of music. So what I'll do is I'll click in the dead air space in between. All right. Now, this is the section I want to save first. Like I said, it's best to start back here at the end and then take your clips one at a time. This is if you're making clips like this. It's a whole bunch that you want to go from front to back, such as the other zone musics that have the links to in the Discord. So then you put your mouse cursor at the line you want to start at, hold down left mouse button, and then drag it over. That highlights that section. So I will play it again just to make sure. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Now, just for a look-see, at 49 minutes, 49 change, if you look down here in the bottom, this is the Pyramid of the Ancients and Oracle of Derketo zone area. So if you look at I just went back here to check this every once in a while. This is a place you run around. You're heading towards this pyramid over here. And then inside of there is a dungeon incident in that game. Like I said, this is Age of Conan game, the one from Funcom before Conan Exiles. So I could take and name it. Pyramid of Ancients and Oracle Derketo. You can take all of these different ones here and name all these if you want. Don't need to. So, just an FYI there. All right, back into Audacity. You've got that section, a little more than 10-minute section highlighted. What you do is you go to Edit. You want to cut that off. So I cut it off. Boom. Now I go up here to File. Click on it again. I want New. So click there. And then Edit. I can paste. It asks me if I want Smart Clip. All of the information that's in the what I've already done in Audacity. Later, if you want, I'll show you more about the analyze and all these effects you can add, tools, all this stuff. I still haven't learned it all, but there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do to audio files that are freaking trippy. And it's You know, you can pay for that subscription service. I can't remember what it's called. It's $50 a freaking month or something like that. The real heavy duty um, audio editing software. It's very powerful and shit, but just does it for free. And a whole lot of the same stuff. So now I'm pasting the clip in here. And it starts out, it's already still long. And let me zoom in. No, zoom out, excuse me. So it's all showing. There it is. It's all showing. I'm going one more. It's just a little bit beyond the length. Now, what I did it first there is I moved one out of the way and I looked and saw where I cut it at. So I knew it's 48 plus minutes. So that's what I named this first file. So now that you got it cut out, I go ahead and listen to it a little bit again. And grab another spot, see what it sounds like. Sounds pretty good. So I'll grab that back. So now I want my cursor back to the beginning. Excuse me. Select all. So I've got it all selected again. Check that the end is also. Yes, it is. So then we've increased the volume is the only thing. The other effects we could have done is, you know, towards the end, you do the fade outs and all this. You can change the pitch tempo. You can, you know, go into equalizer and fuck with all the bass and treble and all that good stuff. All this stuff you can do. Noise removal and repair. This is what I was talking about, getting rid of the subliminals when I found them on those subliminal tapes. You can run it through that there and it will get rid of those subliminal voices in the background. Add delay and reverb, all this heavy duty stuff here. And you can add all kind of weird stuff to it, you know, noises, this, that, and the other. Stuff to have fun with. Now, if you want to split it into multiple tracks and stuff, you can start out with a mono recording and split it into 2 tracks like this, and then phase one a little off of the other, and it makes it sound like a stereo, even though it's still only a mono clip, which is pretty fun. Plus, you can pan back and forth through your headphones. It's all kind of neat shit. So, we've got it highlighted, what we want to say. So go here to File. Go here down here. It says Export Audio. Audio, however you want to pronounce that. So, you choose a name, and I will call it that was 48 plus to end. And this is just so I know what it's named. This is what I did at first. So, browse. I like to work stuff on my desktop till I get it all figured out and everything so I can manipulate it. It's all right here in front of me. Then later I send it over to one of my other hard drives. Shit. C is full again. And I know why. It's because American Truck keeps copying over, writing in documents when I don't want it. So anyway, I'm saving to desktop. and just make it easy. That's a name. That's a working name right now. Okay. So export it. See it popped up right here. Boom. It's done. So I'm done with this little particular clip. So I will tell it to close project and do not save it. Otherwise it will, there's potentiality you screw up your initial sound file. You know, that file I had on my hard drive already from working with this. So no. Oh, that's something else too, is you want to click when you export and want to ensure that it's exporting an MP3 file. Now, once I did this, well, I started back here at the back end. Once I did this, I went through all the rest of the clips. The next one, I took a cut at approximately 37 plus minutes, right here on to the end. And did the exact same thing over and over and over until I got all 6 clips. So anyway, then just for shits and giggles, I went ahead, I make sure I go ahead and play them. Making sure everything seems like it's okay. Renamed them. Now I'm ready to send them up to the Google Drive. So once you get all the way done, then you just tell it to quit Audacity. So you can do that with all those other, if you want to cut those up, the other YouTube videos that I loaded that are all the way up on top of the hashtag music videos tab that's in our Discord. Or if you want, I can go ahead and cut them up. But anyway, you can use this in the future. Also, you can be using this for when you're doing the stuff for the online marketing. Can't remember the name of it. Anyway, going to end it right there. Hope you learned something, or maybe even caught a few giggles.